recording on this computer right now. Here we go. All right, so here's what happens, guys. Not all our means are the same. For instance, if I gave you the following numbers, let's say you got an 80 on a test. Let me just make that a little bit less thicker. You know what? I'll use rainbow color for you guys. So let's say the first test score was an 80. The second test score was an 83. Then there was a 77. And then there was a 90. And then there was a 50. And I ask you to find out the mean. What will you do? Well, do you need to put them in order to find the mean? Not really. If you want to find the median, you do. But if you want to find the mean, no, you don't need to find a midpoint at all. No. I know, but that's when we're doing a slightly different thing. But I'll show you what I mean. So here, if I ask you to do the mean for these numbers, you would just take 80 plus 83 plus 77 plus 90 plus 50. So 80 plus 83 plus 77 plus 90 plus 50. And then we would take that and divide it by how many numbers do we have there? 5. So it's 380 divided by 5. Fair enough? That comes out to 76. 76. That's how we usually do mean. But now, and this is the important part. This is mean. Now let's say that we have the same scores. But now I tell you that the first score was for a quiz, and that quiz is worth 15% of your grade. So it's for a quiz. The next one was another quiz. It was 15%. Then the next one was a midterm grade, which was worth 25%. This was your midterm. We don't have midterms anymore. I don't know why they did away with it. Thank God. The next one was another quiz. It was 15% of your grade. All right. So now we have 25 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. Yeah, Luis, 100. That's why I don't like using the phone calculators. It adds up to 70. So this is another quiz. So the final is this guy. Here's the final. This is worth 30% of your grade. All of a sudden now, if I ask you to do the mean for that, I can't do it the same way I did the first problem because the test scores are different. They add differently to the total. There's different, what we call weights. So these are the scores, right? And these are the weights. So we have a formula now that we say that the mean, that's what X bar means, is the sum of X times the weight divided by the sum of weights. Okay. So what I'm supposed to do now is I'm supposed to take 80 and multiply it, and I should really use 0.15. I should not use 15, but you can use 15 if you like. So it's 80 times 0.15 plus 83 times 0.15 plus 77 times 0.25 plus 90 times 0.15 plus 50 times 0.30. Then I add 0.15 plus 0.15 plus 0.25 plus 0.15 plus 0.15. So now we just carefully do this using our calculator. 80 times 0.15 is 12. So 80 did not contribute 80 to the total. It contributed only 12. 83 times 0.15, it contributed 12.45. Do not round these. Yes? I see what you're looking at, but this is the numerator. This is the denominator. I should have put 0.30. But I meant, sorry. I should have to 1. So thank you. So the next one is 77 times 0.25. So that contributed 19.25. And then you have 90 times 0.15. That's 13.5. And then 50 times 0.30 plus 15 divided by 0.15 plus 0.15, that's 0.30, plus 0.15 more, that's 0.45, and 0.45 plus 0.25, that's 0.70, and 0.70 plus 0.30, divided by 1. It doesn't always come out to 1, but in this case, so we're doing test scores, it comes out to 1. So now, you take 12 plus 12.45 plus 19.25 plus 13.5 plus 15, and you get 72.2. Now, notice how drastically different. How drastically different. I know you can't see it up here. I can't move it from there. I don't know. Let me try. How drastically different. Can't make this go. The two results are. And that's because of the nature of weighted mean and mean. One got a 72.2 versus the other getting a 76. They're both means, but this mean took into account the different weights of the quizzes, homeworks, tests. Yes or no? Okay. Yeah. I mean, you should be able to answer any way I ask you, but your cue that you're using weighted mean is you see the weights, it's telling you, hey, the weight of this, or each test was worth this much. So let me give you another example. Go ahead. I don't know why I wrote 1.01 there. It's one, I probably meant 1.00, but it didn't finish writing. Yeah, don't do 1.01. That would be wrong. All right, so now let's try something else. Okay. You have, so there's a quiz, there's a homework, there's a quiz, there's a test, there's a test, there's a quiz. In my class, a quiz is worth 1, a homework is 0.5, a quiz 1, a test is 2, and 1. These are the weights. These are the weights, and it's taking forever to write. It's like a ghost writing up there. These are the weights. And now for the first quiz, you started the class, you got a D. Then your mother yelled at you, and then you study a little bit, and you got a B. And you did your homework, you got an A because you copied off somebody. But then your parents are really angry at you, and you're like, now you got an A. But then you took the test, and you got like a C because you didn't study enough. Parents yelled at you, got a B, and in this last quiz, you got an A. Those are your grades in this class right now. Let's just say. All right. No F's, whatever. All right. Now, will you need to use weighted mean for this? Would you? Why? Because there's different values of weights. So now there's ways you could do this. Like some of you might want to write this like this. Some of you might say, okay, let me write this way. Here's my X, here's my weight. My first grade is a D, right? What's a D worth in points? Well, in percent is 60, it's 60 through 69.9. But in our class, it's worth 1 point. And how much was the weight of that first quiz? 1. And now the next grade was a B, right? We're here, B, right? What's a B worth in points? Okay, so let's go through it. An A is worth 4, a B is worth 3, a C is worth 2, a D is worth 1, and an F is worth 0. So how much is a B worth? 3. What's the weight of that quiz right there? 1. Now, the next was a homework grade. It's an A. How much is an A? How many points is that worth? 4. What is the weight of the homework? 0.5. The next one is a quiz, right? It's an A, right? That's a 4. How much is the weight? The next one is a C. What's the point of a C? And how much is the weight? And a B, 3. How much is the weight of that B? And then you have an A. That's a, what's the weight of that 4? And so now, something instructive to do right now is you get the sum of your weights. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 0.5 is 2.5, 3.5, 5.5, 7.5. The total of the weights is 8.5. You got them all up. Now you take your X times your W. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times half is 2. 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. Now we do the sum of X times W. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 2 is plus 4 more. Plus 4 more. Plus 6. And plus 4. So we have a total of 24. So if you want to find the mean, you'll take the sum of X times W divided by the sum of W. That's 24 divided by 8.5. So I'm going to go ahead and perform this using my calculator. As you can see, it appeared there. So smart. 24 divided by 8.5. 2.82. So this is approximately 2.82. And you've just performed weighted mean. It's X times the width, and then you divide by the sum of the width. Weight, not width. Weight, I know what you meant though.
They're wondering if there's any way they can split this year customer.
Which periods?
Second and fourth.
If I told you that it's possible, but that my classes are kind of full, would you believe me?
No.
Well, let's see. Let's see how many kids I have in second. No, of course. But would you believe me that my classes are full? Okay. Well, second period, I have 45 students. That means I have 43 desks, if you count. So I can't take second. Well, what about fourth? Let's take a look at fourth. Fourth, I have 38. So I can take, what's 43 minus 38?
I'm gonna estimate and say 5. Thank you.
5 for fourth period. Any other periods? Okay. You're welcome. Guys, isn't it cool that I'm using this tablet to do this? You should tell your other teachers about this. Be quick. All right. Now, are we done? The answer is no, because of course I can't just leave it like that. I got to make it harder. All right, so let's say right now, I did the following. Let me think. So let's say I want to define this x equals years of martial arts training. All right, that's what X means. And I have a surveying class. So some of you said you had 0 martial arts training. So those losers that had 0 were quite a bit. There were like 13 of you that didn't have any martial arts training. Now, some of you had 1 year of martial arts training. 5 of you answered that you had 1 year martial arts training. Now, some people answered they had 2 years of martial arts training. In that case, there were actually 7 of you. A few of you had only 3 of you. 4 years, you had 5. And 5 years, which was the highest one we got in this class, there were actually 2 people who had 5 years of martial arts training. Now I ask you, what is the average years of martial arts training does Mr. Acosta's first period class have? And you would have to now do the mean for that. Now, the way you would do this mean is you could either go like this. You could go 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, comma 1, comma 1, comma 1, comma 1, comma 1, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2. What? Yes? For those who didn't hear it, the question was, can you use exponents? The answer is no. Here's why. I know what you mean though. Okay. You don't mean this. You don't mean like, all right, so how many 2s do I have? How many 2s do I have? 7. Okay, wait, give me a second. All right, so 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 comes out to what? All right, let's try it. I will write it out. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Come on. 14, because 2 times 7 is 14. Yes, that's what you meant, right? That's what you meant, right? Yeah. Tell me you meant that. Yeah. Because 2 to the 7th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And I know that 2 to the 5th is 32 times 2 more, that's 64, times 2 more, that's 128. We can't have 128 there, but we do have 14. You meant multiply. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad because I know what you meant, though we had to make a joke about it. But you did mean that, right? Yeah. Okay, so it's no. So here, you're right. We can use exponents. We could use just multiplication. The reason, oh my gosh, no se quiere borrar. Give me 1 second. Oh no, not ruler. Take away ruler. Take away ruler. Lasso. Look at this, guys. Look how magical this is. Don't you guys want to apply a Microsoft Surface now? Why not? Don't tell me you want to buy a Mac. An iPad, is that what you want? All right. So here we go. So she's right. She's right. Why would I go through all that trouble? Oh my gosh, why would I go through all that trouble? Why would I go through all that trouble? All I got to do, she told me that all I had to do was I would take 0 and multiply it times 13. And I would take 1 and multiply times 5. I would take 2 and multiply times 7. And I would take 3 and multiply times 3. And I'll take 4 and multiply times 5. And I'll take 5 and multiply times 2. And this is my x times my f. Isn't it true? This will come out to 0, 5, 14, 9, 20, and 10. 0 plus 5 is 5, plus 14 is 19. 19 plus 9 is 28. 28 plus 20 is 49 plus 10, 59. I think this adds up to 59. But then I have to divide it by how much? 58. Are you sure? What's 40, 28? Okay, 40, 58. You're right. Now I take 13 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. How many numbers that I have in total? How many students answered my survey? 35. So if I want to find the mean for my... Yes! I want to find the mean for my frequency. This is called a frequency distribution. Okay? I would take the sum of x times f divided by the sum of f. So it's 58 divided by 35. So now I take my calculator. 58 divided by 35. The average amount of years is 1.6, approximately 1.7. I'll just write 1.7 years. I could have gone 1.66, but I decided to 1.7. Doesn't matter. This is a mean for frequency distribution. The previous one was a weighted mean. Do you see the difference between weighted and frequency? Okay, but we're not done yet. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay. You're using a Mac. Isn't it more difficult to use? Why did you buy it?
I don't know.
I have a 3090 Ti. Do you know what that is?
No.
Yesterday, I was so close to buying myself an OLED gaming monitor, 48-inch, but I decided to wait. Gotta see. Huh? The OLED monitor? Oh, for me, like to play? Oh, Cyberpunk? Or like maybe Minecraft or World of Warcraft? If I could have a TV the size of this building, I would have it.
No game was awarded. No game was awarded.
I'll talk to aliens. GTA is okay, but I for some reason I've grown out of GTA since GTA 4 was the last one I played for real. I don't know why I couldn't play 5 as well, even though it was better in every. I don't know about that. All right, so there we have. We discussed a bunch of mean. Yes. Only if you are. Yes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do one more item. Hopefully you're paying attention because some of you are paying attention. Some of you are not. If you're not paying attention, woe to you. Huh? Today? No. Remember I announced I'm going to make it for next class? All right, so let's continue. You know what that script error on Adobe there has to be a reason for it. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so let's say I have a bunch of numbers now. Different heights. Let's say I started measuring the heights of people in this classroom. A few girls here measure 59 inches tall. Some measure 60.
Not writing.
Oh, am I not? 61. And then you have a few of 61, 5'1", but then some girls here are like 62. Only one of them, 63, a bunch of them. Some of you girls are my height, 65.5, but I'm gonna just write 65. I make the numbers more difficult. Right. And then you have like a few of you that are 66, 67. 67. I think the tallest girl in this class is like 68. Who's the tallest girl in this class? Her? Yeah, I think you are. How tall are you? Okay, you're 5'8". Oh, oh yeah, she is the tallest one. Go stand up. Bro, she's big. I think you're taller than 5'8". I think you're like 5'9", man. So what? I'm like 5'1". All right, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 20 numbers in total, right? So if I ask you to do a mean for this, it's super simple. If I ask you to do the mean for this, it's super simple, right? What do? You add up all the numbers and divide by the total, which is 20, right? So I'm gonna quickly do this here, but I'm blocking out the numbers, but it doesn't matter. All right, wait. I can't see anything. No, Minato. No. There we go. That's better. No, I don't have space. All right, pull out. And here. Now I have a little bit more space. Okay. So we have 59 plus 59 plus 60 plus 61 plus 61 plus 62 plus 63 plus 63 plus 63 plus 65 plus 65 plus 65 plus 65 plus 66 plus 66 plus 67. Oh, did I write 67? No, man. 67 plus 67 plus 68 plus 68 equals, I get 1,213. And I got to divide that by 20. Divide that by 20. So now I have 60.65. So the average height in this classroom is 60.65. It feels a little bit low to me. I feel like I missed a number there. Guys, can you check? Yeah. So yeah. What word do you guys get? I'll do it again, but I'll do it quickly on here. 1,200 and when you do that and divide by 20, what do you get? That feels a lot better. That height feels better because I could tell it can't be 61 by looking at the numbers. It has to be much higher. I'm getting 63.7. I will do it quickly on my phone. 59 plus 59 plus 60 plus 61 plus 61 plus 61 plus 62 plus 63 plus 63 plus 63 plus 65 plus 65 plus 65 plus 65 plus 66 plus 66 plus 67 plus 67 plus 68 plus 68. I'm getting 1,274 divided by 20. That's 63.7. That feels a lot better. Feels like it's a good number. All right, fine. Easy, right? But what if now I go to you guys, I want you to make 5 classes. I want you to convert this into a frequency distribution with 5 classes. So the first step is you have to take 68 minus 59 divided by 5. That's the first step. So that's going to be 68 minus 59 equals, that's 9. And 9 divided by 5 is 1.8. And we said we're going to round up. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to create this. I'm creating one right now on purpose. Okay? So now I'm going to create my classes first. 59 plus 2 is 61. Plus 2 more. Plus 2 more. Plus 2 more. See that? You have 60, 62, 64, 66, 68. And then we do our frequencies. Our frequencies are from 59 to 60, we have 3. From 61 to 62, we have 4. From 63 to 64, 1, 2, 3, 3 more. From 65 to 66, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from 67 to 68, we have 4. So the sum of our frequencies is 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4. I'm missing one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this guy is 6. This guy here is 6. There's 6 here. So you have 20. Now, what if I started this problem like this? I said, yo, I need a mean for that. That particular table was created from those numbers. Could I ever create the original numbers? They're gone forever and ever, unless I have them, which you don't. So what we do now is we need to come up with one number that represents the first class and one number that represents the next class and the next one. So we say that we're going to do the midpoint of the class. If you take 59 and you add 60 and divide by 2, you will get what? 59.5. So one number that represents the first class is 59.5. And the next one will be what? 61.5. And the next one will be 63.5. And the next one will be 65.5. And the next one will be 67.5. So what you're saying now is I can't rebuild my original numbers. I can't ever know that the first class was composed of 59, 59, 60. But I can say that 59.5 happened 3 times. I can say that 61.5 happened 4 times. I can say that 63.5 happened 3 times. And 65.5 happened 6 times. And 67.5 happened 4 times. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take each of these x's here and multiply it times the frequency. 59.5 times 3. I'm going to use a dot, guys. I took 59. I added 60. And then I divided that by 2. Make sense? So that's 119 divided by 2. And that's 59.5. You gotta be careful with your calculator. Make sure you take 59 plus 60 equal and then divide by 2. So you take 61.5 times 4, and you take 63.5, and then you multiply that times 3, and you take 65.5 and you multiply times 6, and you take 67.5 and times 4, and you add all these up. But first, obviously, let's get the numbers, obviously, right? 59.5 times 3, that's 178.5. And then you take 61.5 times 4, and that's 246. And then you take 63.5 and you multiply it times 3. That's 190.5. And you take 65.5 and you multiply that. Oh my gosh, no, that's not. No. 65.5 and you multiply that times 6. That's 393. And then you take 67.5 and you multiply it times 4. That's 270. And now we add them all up. 178.5 plus 246 plus 190.5 plus 393 plus 270. Guys, make sure because I'm 1,278. And now I take what? I take 1,278 and I divide it by what? Yes. And I take 1,278 and divide that by 20, and I get 63.9. And notice our previous result was 63.7. Yes, we're slightly off of the original numbers, but it's pretty darn impressive that we were able to get a decent approximation to the true mean based on this procedure that we just went through. Yes, ma'am. Of course, be careful though. Yes. Only if you're careful. Guys, I don't know what else to do. Is that comprehensive enough for you? Yeah, I hope so. And now with my superior laptop / tablet, I will go ahead and stop the share. I will end this meeting and it will